Let's talk Jaguar. Jaguar. Jag. So, the internet has been quite a buzz with Jaguar's rebranding. They just released a little bit more at Art Basel in Miami, Florida. So, I've had some thoughts on the original Jaguar rebranding, but I thought it would be interesting. So, because not only I do feel that I'm especially equipped to talk about this, because I have a background in design, art, as well as a car guy, and on top of that, I've been working in the sales and marketing industry for the past 20 years. So, I think I could look at this in a few different ways, but to be completely kind of unbiased, I thought I would have my daughter Domenica join me, and she hasn't watched everything. I've seen it. She hasn't seen it, and I'd like to get her opinion. So I have kind of like the old guy opinion, car guy, and then the new young car girl opinion. So we're gonna just start off. I'm gonna pull up, excuse us if we look over here, but got a TV there. We're going to pull up the original rebranding video, and let's take a look at that. Get your first reactions to it. I've seen it.
I haven't.
And then we'll go right into the Art Basel release. Okay, so ready? So you look there.
Look there.
Better. Yeah. But hold on. No. Hold on. I got to queue up. So that's it. That's what they released right there.
Alright.
We'll just keep talking about it. So, overall, what did you think? For a car commercial. This is a car commercial, keep in mind.
For a car commercial, I'd probably like to see the actual car, but...
I agree. From a marketing standpoint, I could see they're doing a little teaser. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a lot of like, oh, they went woke, because there's a lot of... I would just call it like typical fashion model looks, which is very androgynous.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's an overly woke commercial by any means. It's just very artsy.
Yeah.
My personal view is I don't know that that's the way to go for Jaguar, but what do you think of it?
I mean, I personally, like, if usually commercial advertises a product, I don't really see a product in the commercial, but as far as actual commercial content goes, I don't personally love it, but...
Okay, but what do you like or don't you like about it? I'll start. How about I start?
Yeah.
Again, I'm kind of just looking at here, like, so right away, this whole, like, kind of fashion show exit out of this monolith with, I mean, it is very Teletubby to me. Like, it just screams Teletubbies. You're in this weird land. There's weird poofs coming out of people, red primary colors. It's weird.
Yeah.
That being said, I enjoy fashion and fashion shows, and sometimes they get a little weird. Yeah. And it's just to create interest, so I kind of get that. But it's kind of out there. Yeah. So you agree? It's just kind of like,
yeah. For a car brand, usually there's actual cars.
All right. What if this had nothing to do with cars? What if it was a new fashion brand? I wouldn't find this attractive, no. Would you? Okay, so all right, so we're on the level there. All right, let's just watch it again. Right. The other thing I want you to pay attention here is the adjectives they're using and the words they're using. And see, I want to know if they relate to you as a younger. What are you, Gen Z?
Gen Z, yeah.
Or Zillennial or something like that? Gen Z. All right. So tell me if they relate to you. So let's watch. Create exuberant. Okay.
I'll tell you I'm not that.
All right. That just sounds like bad English to me.
Create exuberant.
Create. I feel like if you... I know if I was, in my younger years, if I wrote an essay and I said, create exuberant, they'd be like, yeah, no, that's not how you, that's not a proper sentence. I think it's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't exactly have the word exuberant in my vocabulary every day, but.
Right. Oh, yeah, just flowing scarves. Live vivid. Okay. I get it. Does it make sense to you?
I mean, not to me personally.
What does vivid mean to you?
I mean, I've only really heard it like in a couple art classes I've taken, just like lively.
Yeah, I think bright. I think of bright colors.
Yeah, bright.
That's what I think of. Vivid is really bright colors.
Yeah.
And I guess they've accomplished that with really bright colors. Okay. Delete ordinary. Okay, I like that actually, because we've had talks about this. So, Dominica is kind of, I would say, a newer. I mean, you've been around cars, right? But like you've really just gotten into them over the past couple of years. Yeah. And when we went to look for your first car, one of your biggest gripes was all the cars were boring. And I agree, like, when you look back at, like, cars that have been made in the past 10, even 20 years, like, a lot of them are just kind of boring versus, like, the 80s and 90s, which you are drawn to, and that was my heyday of cars. Yeah. So, as just the words, delete ordinary, and the art aspect of the guy painting over the screen, I actually think that's a really good visual. If you're going to like do something different. Yeah. Do you agree?
I mean, I agree.
I don't want to lead you here.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I mean, yeah, I agree. I think it's a nice like phrase.
All right. Break molds with the sledgehammer. Yeah. I mean, again, if you're going to do something different, I get it. Yeah. Shouldn't break anything. Okay. This part makes me laugh. Because of the weird... It has nothing to do with the group of people, which, I mean, I will say, they went out of their way to just find interesting people, and they obviously told them all to make weird faces. Yeah. Again, very runway couture. Yeah. But when they all look to the side, it cracks me up. Watch. Yeah. Okay, hold on, let's rewind it to when they sit on the rock. Watch. But they all look at it. Why didn't they look in the same direction? Usually when there's something exciting, everybody's like, oh, wow, over there. Now this is like... Yeah. Maybe there's two cars, you're right. Yeah, there's two. I saw the next video, so I'll say... Oh. You're right. All right, and then there's the logo. Any thoughts on it?
It looks like very like sad beige mom.
Sad beige mom.
We were talking about that the other day, but yeah. No, I mean
that's like your adjective for boring now.
Yeah.
Okay, sad beige mom.
Because I mean, it's not a very interesting font to me, but.
I completely agree. Like when I tore apart their rebrand, the biggest thing I focused on was the logo. I was like, this is so boring. And then there's actually a guy, I won't pull out, well maybe I will, but there's a guy who like said they basically stole the Dyson. Oh yeah. Did you see it?
I didn't see that, but I know the Dyson like logo.
He's right. It looks like the Dyson font. And it's kind of funny. I was like, oh yeah, it's totally the Dyson font. But it is about as boring. I think boring is fine for a vacuum.
For a vacuum, yeah.
For a car, you should have a really exciting... This is really boring.
So what was it, like the Kia rebrand everyone got angry with?
Oh my god. Well, even when we were looking at cars, you're like, what's that car? I was like, you know what? Oh no. I think it's a Kia, because it doesn't look like anything I've known. Yeah. Was it Kia? I think it was Kia.
I think it was Kia, because they had the original like KIA, and then...
Yeah, and it came to like a weird Z thing. I don't know. Yeah. All right, so that is the first one. Any other thoughts?
I mean, I'm sure it'll pull up later, but I can see the actual car.
The whole like dystopian, apocalyptic vibe. Mm-hmm. I don't mind it.
I don't mind either. I wish it was better executed though, because like as someone into fashion,
Nice.
thank you. As into someone like into fashion, like all their outfits weren't necessarily like pretty or like even like they were out there, but they didn't look like out there in a pretty way. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and the other thing I would have. Okay, now I'm putting on my art director hat, right? Okay, so if you want to go out there, right, have them wearing like metal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Like things reminiscent of either curves or sharp edges from car design.
Yeah.
You know, and you'd be really out there, not necessarily like wearing a door or a rearview mirror, but just like
the metal like curved armor type thing.
But yeah, if it's going to be a real curved car, everybody has this curved metal to kind of doesn't have to be. It could be a little.
I know what you mean,
experimental. All right. So next, we are going to look at what just released.
All right.
Sir William Lyons, our founder, believed Jaguar should be a copy of nothing. That's why we face the future with fearless creativity, unbound by imitation, convention, the expected, showing courage and unwavering determination. Our every act will be a symbol of change. Color shapes how we perceive, interpret, and express the world around us. Striking through imitation and convention, an action that symbolizes courage and unwavering determination. Life's unstoppable force, always pushing us forward. Chiaroscuro, an exploration of light and shade, creating contrast and volume to create tension, mystery, and intimacy. Championing originality in all its forms. Copy nothing. London Blue, a tribute to British creativity. Inspired by the opalescent silver blue of the 1960s E-Type, reimagined for today. Miami Pink, an expression of Miami's spirit, capturing the city's vibrancy, culture, and diversity.
All right, there they are, 2 cars.
All right.
So you were right. There was 2.
Okay.
One was looking one way. Ooh, blue. Ooh, pink. Any thoughts of the cars?
I like the back of the car.
All right.
That's the only thing I really like about it, though.
I will say, I'm a sucker for a long bonnet.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminds me of the old, I think it's the XJ, right? Or like my Mercedes GT. I like long bonnets. I like shooting brakes. I agree with you. I like the back. A lot of people said the back looks like an air conditioner.
I could see that.
I could see it, but I don't mind it. The one thing I'd say is they look fake.
They did.
They look like they were made with like paper mache and construction paper.
They honestly look like, from what I've seen, like if Rolls-Royce and a Cybertruck had a baby, because it has like that big front, and it has like that Cybertruck like very like angular, like
Angular.
plane, like just a bunch of planes. Yeah, it's very smooth. Not much going on.
I as far as like breaking molds, I don't think they've done anything special.
No. I mean, like, I wouldn't think of this and be like, oh, that's so futuristic.
Oh my god, that's not like anything on the road today.
No.
I agree with you. It has like a Cybertruck vibe, made more luxury.
Yeah.
The wheels look straight out of the 90s or 80s. Alright, let's see.
Jaguar celebrates fearless creativity. So what better to launch its reimagining than here at Miami Art. Getting attention in today's world is not always easy. And I assume all of you and those following from around the world.
So, alright, now I'm putting on my marketing hat.
Okay.
So you just said something to me that's very interesting. Is getting attention is not very easy.
Yeah.
Now, I have been a fan of Jaguar for a long time. You remember the Jaguar?
Yeah, I do.
You lived like a princess in it.
Yeah.
I had an XJL, so it was like the extra long wheelbase. So the back seat was like a living room.
Yeah.
You had a table that came out.
My favorite was
your own mirror in the back seat. Yeah. And I actually traded in my XJL on the G-Wagon that I got when I came out. And I gotta admit, like out of all the cars I've owned, that was one of my most favorite cars. It was powerful, it was stylish, and it was luxurious and comfortable. So I still to this day have a little bit of remorse over trading that in on the G-Wagon. But I love that car, and I like the brand. I like all their cars, and also TVR just came out with their new Super Cat, so like. There is interest in Jaguar, but Jaguar is never like a name like top of the list. Like it's kind of like off to the side. People don't necessarily talk about Jaguar. They talk about Maybach and Rolls-Royce and all Tesla. But so anyways, what I'm getting to is what's interesting about that is he said it's not easy to get attention. And this could all just be a marketing game. That they are very much just trying to get it, which successful.
Yeah. Listen, any publicity is good publicity, right?
Thing or two about the new Jaguar brand, and we're delighted to have your attention. Controversy has always surrounded British creativity when it's been at its best. David Bowie, Vivienne Westwood.
All your favorites, David. Yeah. You're like David Bowie and Vivienne Westwood. Got my attention.
I do like them.
You got my attention.
Some of my creative heroes, they were British trailblazers who challenged convention and had no desire to copy the norm.
Is it going to be an electric car?
In the same way, when Jaguar was at its best, it threw away the car design rulebook and created E-Type and the XJS.
Yeah.
These were objects of desire. Sir William Lyons, our founder, many years ago said a Jaguar should be a copy of nothing. Don't be held back by the past. Be brave. Be fearless. Copy nothing.
I mean, okay, so
create new
again, here's my problem. They're going on and on about being bold and new and different. It's really nothing groundbreaking happening here.
Yeah.
It
looks like your typical electric car. Like I don't know what it is. Most electric cars, but they all look the same.
You know what it is? Here's what they did that's different. So most electric cars, because they don't need an engine compartment, are usually shorter.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're gonna make it long, like it has a V12 engine in it, but it won't.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the only thing that's. Otherwise, though, I think the design, geometry, and aesthetics, it's very electric.
Yeah, it looks very electric.
Other than that, they made it long.
Yeah.
The words I use to brief my creative team. Type 00 is the first physical manifestation of the new Jaguar brand that's influenced by the desire to recapture the essence of Jaguar's original creative conviction. This is a taste of things to come. And those of you who know me know I don't believe in concepts unless they become a reality. Look at its jaw-dropping proportions. That's what we mean by exuberance. Its long bonnet doesn't conform to electric vehicle design.
Alright, so that's funny. He's like, long bonnet, very Jaguar, long bonnet, right? Doesn't conform to. That's true. Like electric, it's usually like we don't need an engine compartment. Boom. But I wouldn't say it's groundbreaking design.
Yeah, it doesn't drop much.
Rising modern surfaces, dramatic intersections, and flawless details. At our very best, we have never conformed. And this uncompromising creative approach runs from these exuberant proportions all the way through to the finest details.
Okay, just cutting it again. I don't like the pink and blue colors. Not that I'm against pink and blue. I just think, again, it's kind of boring. Like, there's nothing exciting about those colors to me. The form factor, you know I'm not an electric car guy. I like it. Throw a V12 engine in there and I'm on board. I like a long bonnet shooting brake.
Follow this exact principle. Each symbol has meaning. The leaper always leaping forward, never backwards. The monogram, our seal of approval. And our word mark is the future face of Jaguar. Strike through is another symbol, and the name given to the horizontal lines repeated throughout Type 00.
It's like one line.
It symbolises Jaguar's desire to strike through convention. The strike through is at its most
They're overselling that like, unconventional thing.
Accentuating the vehicle's beautifully sculpted haunches. Inside, the sense of drama continues.
To a shot.
Tactile and forward-thinking materials and details come together.
The interior that they showed looks exactly like every electric car in existence.
Colour is another key component of our new brand. London Blue, a homage to our British heritage, while also paying tribute to our favourite E-Type. Miami Pink, a colour that is synonymous with this city, its architecture, its
I'm fine with both the colors. I wouldn't buy either one of those.
Clearly,
but I don't think they're bad.
Creativity doesn't conform.
I'd buy the
So
color,
why
not the color.
should
Oh yeah, I like the color, just not on that
our
car.
new range of vehicles, unlike many others,
It's
would
not like
use
the
a
back, but not
completely
enough that I
unique
want the car.
electric platform. Even with these large wheels, there is no range anxiety with
Everything's
an
got large
impressive
wheels.
430 miles. These will be the most powerful Jaguars ever and will be capable of producing 1,000 horsepower.
That's every electric car is.
Jaguar has no desire to be loved by everybody. It has already stirred emotions and it will continue to.
In fact, we like being loved by
Some
nobody.
may love it now, some may love it later, and some may never love it.
It's an acquired
And that's
taste that
okay,
you may never acquire.
because that's what fearless creativity does. This is the original essence of Jaguar.
Damn, I don't
And
see it as
for me,
creative.
it's been an honour to lead the creative reimagining of this great British brand. Thank you.
So that's the end.
Alright.
Is that we're in agreement? It really doesn't appeal to anyone. On a design standpoint, I don't think it's really appealing. As a car guy, it's definitely not appealing. Well, there's parts of it. And as the younger generation, you're really not. You don't like the marketing or the car.
I mean, that's just me. some of their.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna have their opinion. We're not trying to cover everyone in the world, but we got two very wide variety of thoughts on stuff. So just a thought. We'll wait and see what actually comes of the Jaguar brand over the next 3 months, a year, and see what this turns into.